my name is Sasha Hitachi and I'm a flutist from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm stoked to be a member of NYO-U 2019 and I'm looking forward to an awesome summer. A fun fact about myself is that I'm a member of String Theory Youth Interns, which is part of the String Theory Chamber Series in Chattanooga. I get to organize different musical outreach events, and one of our biggest is our annual benefit concert for a nonprofit in our community. I'm really excited to share some tips on playing scales today, how you can work them into your warm-up routine and make them fun. Let's get going. Let's be honest here, scales sometimes get a bad rap, but the thing is, they can be useful for a lot of things in our playing. Scales can help sight reading, learning new pieces, improvising, and overall musicality. Unless you're playing atonal music, the music you're playing is in a key which has an accompanying scale. Playing these scales can have a direct impact on our musical ability and will increase your overall instrumental proficiency. Practicing scales doesn't have to be boring, and here are some tips on how to better utilize them. Tip number 1, you can practice articulation and techniques on scales. Maybe you want to work on double or triple tonguing and you want to get that articulation just right. You can practice difficult technique on scales and improve your technical proficiency. For example, you could pick a key and play that scale all double-tongued or with whatever articulation you're struggling with. The nice thing about scales is that you can play and use them however you want. Tip number 2, you can work on breath control. For wind players, scales can be an awesome way to work on breath control. Since we've played scales so many times and usually know them by heart, you can focus on your breathing instead of the notes and the fingerings. When playing scales for breath control, focus on keeping a constant, steady stream of air, all while practicing with different kinds of tonguing and articulation. In my own practice, I like to see how many measures I can fit without breathing. When playing scales, I'll play every 3 measures, then 4 measures, then 5 measures. This has helped me to have better breath control, and I like seeing how far I can push myself in my warm-ups. So in that exercise, I tried to play 2 measures, and then 2 measures, and then I did 3 measures with breaths in between. Tip number 3, invest in a scale book specific to your instrument. For flute players, we have a book full of scales and exercises by Toffanel and Gobert. There are tons of useful scale books with lots of instrument-specific exercises that will help you in your playing. Maybe ask your teacher for a recommendation or go online and see if anything there works for you. You could start by picking a few scales a day and gradually go through the book, eventually playing all of the keys. When I was starting to include this in my own practice, I would only play through a page or so a day. Eventually, I worked to where I play through all of the keys, both major and minor. Every morning for my warm-up, I play through EJ4 in the Toffanel and Gobert book and work through all of the keys in both major and minor. If I notice that I'm struggling in something in my playing, then I'll try to address it in my warm-up. For example, if I wanted to work on my double tonguing, I would play through several scales with all of them double-tongued. I might double-tongue each note, or I might play the entirety of the scale double-tongued. Scales can be infinitely useful, and they don't have to be boring. You can play them in innovative ways and work them into your daily practice and warm-up routine. Scales can be used to further technique and articulation, and especially for wind players, breathing and tonguing. Test your limits and find a way to make them interesting. Thanks for checking out this NYO-U mini masterclass on scales. This is Sasha Hitachi, and don't forget to hit that like button and click subscribe.